Okay, so today we're going to be working with inequality statements. And these are your notes. Okay, so it tells you what an inequality is. Basically, it's a comparison of quantities. And this symbol you should have learned it since elementary. This is a less than, or fewer than, greater than, or more than. This one is called a less than or equal because it has that little line in the bottom. That means it could be less than or equal. So I'm going to explain what that means. Okay, this guy is a greater than or equal. So what I want you to do right now is circle these. Like this belongs to this statement, and this one belongs to that one. Okay? And throughout the year, I've been telling you, that's why I tell you to darken in a number line so you can see that this guy is the less than, and then this guy would be the greater than. Remember how I would tell you to darken them? Because now we're going to really need to know that this guy is greater than, this guy is less than. Okay? Now these, we graph them with an open, it's going to be called an open graph, open dot. It'll be open like this. And I'm going to explain what that means in a minute. Okay? Now this symbol is called a greater than. It's still the same one like the one on the left side, but it's the greater than or what? Equal, because it has that line on the bottom. So this symbol is called the greater than or equal to symbol. So box like circle around that so you can see that they belong together. So this one is called a greater than or equal to symbol. And this one will be called the less than or equal to symbol. So I'm going to put this together. Okay. So this is a less than or equal. This is a greater than or equal. And these symbols are graphed with a closed dot. It's called a closed graph. I'll explain what that means in a minute. Questions? So la diferencia de este lado es que este nomás es greater than and less than. And this one has greater than also, but it could also be what? Equal to. Okay? Now these are open graphs, open, and these are closed graphs. Any questions? No. So we'll be using this throughout the day. Okay? I'm going to show you how to use it now, or what it means. So number one, it says t is less than or equal to 4. I don't like this mic. That's much better. Okay. T is less than or equal to 4, right? So we're going to go ahead and start with my graph. And right now you better pay attention so you can really understand what you're going to do for homework. Okay? So I'm going to draw a number line. Draw it nice and big. Okay? And it says t is less or equal to 4. Less than or equal to 4. So because I know that we're not going to go over 4, because they're telling you already it has to be less than or equal to 4. I'm going to put my 4 on the right side. Do you know why I did that or no? Because we're not going to go to the greater than. It says t is less than or equal to 4, so we're just going to go to the left side, less than. So I'm going to put some numbers now. 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3. Questions? Questions? Again, why did I write my 4 quickly? Because they want me to be less than or equal to 4. So I know I'm not going to go to the right side because the right side would be greater than 4. We want to go to the left side, less than 4. Now, to graph this, this tells me that there's an equal symbol, right? And if I look at my notes, we said that when there's an equal symbol, we better graph it with a what? Closed. What that means is that I'm including the 4 as part of my answer. So 4 is part of my answer because of the equal symbol. So I'm going to close. Okay? Questions with that? No. So I'm going to graph it and say, yeah, 4, you're part of it. Why is 4 part of it? Because of the equal symbol. So 4 is part of it. And then What else can be the answer? Anything that's less than 4. So how do I graph that? We shade it. We shade all the ones that are less than 4, which would be to the left side. And we shade the arrow also because all those are also included as part of the answers. Now, to make sure that you're right, we're going to test it. And that's what the kids from the other class, on one of the prompts, let's see what you do. They got it wrong because they didn't want to test it. This is your graph. You're done graphing. Now, is 4 part of the answers? Yes, because we closed it. So let's test it. Let's go here. Instead of T, we're going to put what number? 4. Is 4 less than 4? No, but is 4 equal to 4? Yes. That's what is part of the answer. Now let's get another one. Let's get 2 now, because 2 is part of the shading, right? Is 2 less than 4?
Yes.
That's why. Is 1 less than 4?
Yes.
Is 0 less than 4?
Yes.
Is negative 3 less than 4?
Yes.
All these are possible answers, including 4, because of the equal. Okay? Now if I go the other way, if I shade it the other way, who would be the first one on the other way? 5. Let's test 5 to see why we didn't shade the other way. Is 5 less than 4?
No.
Is 5 equal to 4?
No.
So is our graph correct?
Yes.
Now that we know all possible answers, what is the answer?
4.
8. And there's more answers. I mean, there's 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and 8. Hay un montón, but right now the choice that they gave me was 4. Now, why are these dumb? Because they will be on the right side, and we didn't shade to the right side. Question with number 1. Number 2. Okay. Number 2, we have x is less than 9. So let me draw my number 9. And where do I put the 9? On the right side or on the left side?
What? Over here.
On the right side, because we're going to go to the left again. Now, if this symbol had shown greater than, guess where we put the 9? Over here, because we're going to shade that way. So I'm going to put here 9, 8, 7, look at me, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2. Es lo que me cabe a mí. Whatever te cabe a ti, pues es lo que pones. Now, some kids want a shortcut. They're like, I don't need to do the number 9. And then when we start doing the other prompts, you're all confused. I'm making you do the number 9 for a reason. Because trust me, we don't need the number 9 to answer the questions. I'm making you graph because we're going to graph in a minute. And since you don't want to, some of you think, oh, I already know the answer. It's good for you, but I want you to know how to graph because right now we're going to do a bunch of graphing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, 9. Open or close?
Open.
Open. Good. What does that mean? Can 9 be an answer? No. It's open. It's not equal. Now, am I shading to the right or to the left? To the left, because they want x to be what? Less than 9. So all these are possible answers, but not 9. That's why it's open. So I'm going to shade all these. When you graph inequality, that's the way it looks. It's going to be shaded. So the shading part means that all those are possible solutions. You can go test it. Look, let's test the first one. 8. Is 8 less than 9?
Yes.
Let's test another one. 4. Is 4 less than 9? Let's test the 0. Is 0 less than 9? Yes. -2 less than 9? Yes. So any of these are answers. Is 9 an answer?
No.
It's open. We just said that if it's one of these, it has to be what? Open. That means that it's not part of the answer. Now, do you think it is? Put it. I'm sorry. Is 9 less than 9?
No.
No. It's equal. And we don't have the equal. That's why it's open. So what's the possible answer here?
8.
8. Is that the only answer?
Yes.
No, there's a bunch of answers now. In the choices, that's the only answer. But all these are possible solutions for that inequality. Question number 2. Number 3. Don't look at the choices. Don't look at the choices. We're going to look at the graphing. Okay? So we have a 4, and we're shading to the what?
To the left.
To the left. So put the less than quickly, so we're shading to the left. Now is it open or closed?
Closed.
So should we put the equal or no?
Yes.
Yes. And what number are we working with?
4.
Put the 4. And what letter do you want?
P.
Now do not choose yet. Go and test your possible answers to see if you're right. Who's the first answer in my graphing that we should test?
4.
4, because this is close. So now let's test it. Is 4 less than 4? No. But is 4 equal to 4?
Yes.
Good. So the first one worked. Let's go test somebody else. Who do you want to test?
2.
2. Is 2 less than 4?
Yes.
It worked again. One more.
-2.
Negative 2?
Yes.
Is negative 2 less than 4? Yes. Is negative 6 less than 4?
Yes.
Yes. So, is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
So now we can choose it. The answer is letter
D.
D. Trust me. Do not choose it until you test. This happened right now with the other class, and they were choosing already the wrong answer because they didn't test. So you start getting comfortable, you're like, no, ya le entendí esto, I don't need to do all this crap that he's teaching us, I know what to do already. And that's when we fall into those careless mistakes. Number 4. Okay, what number are we working with?
0. Oh, 0.
0. Are we going to go less than 0 or greater than 0? Less than 0. Is it going to be included or not included?
Not included.
Not included. So should I put an equal or no? No. Okay. What letter are they working with?
T.
T. That should be the answer, but we're going to go test it. Who's the first possible answer in this case? -1, not 0. -1. Is -1 less than 0?
Yes.
Yes. Some kids think that 0 is always the loser. No. 0 is always greater than negatives. So -1 is less than 0. Let's test another one. -4. Is -4 less than 0? Yes. Is -6 less than 0? Yes. So the answer is
A.
A. Question with that?
No.
Now let me do a greater than so you can see it's the same thing. I'm going to do number 6. Okay? Greater than. What number are we working with?
2.
2. Now, is it included or not included?
Not included.
Not included. So should we put the equal?
No.
No. What letter are we working with?
X.
X. So this is my inequality. X is greater than 2. Let's go test it. Who's the first possible answer for this one? 3. Is 3 greater than 2?
Yes.
And by the way, anything between, that's a possible answer. Like I can go 2.1, 2.2, and it's still going to be okay. Okay. Let's test another one. Is 4 greater than 2? Yes. Okay, so the answer is letter
B.
B. Let me go to number 9 now.
9.
Okay. What number are you working with? What number are you working with? 125. Are we going to be greater than 125 or less than 125?
Greater.
Greater. Are we including 125 or not?
Yes.
Yes. How do you know? Because it's closed. What letter are they working with?
C.
C. What's the first possible answer for C? Who will be the first possible answer for C? Number A?
B.
No, we don't find, we're testing. No, 125. Why 125 should be the first one? Because it's closed. It's equal. So let's test 125. 125 is greater than 125. No, but is 125 equal to 125? That's why he's the first answer. Who's the next answer that we can test?
150.
Is 150 greater than 125? 200 greater than 125? So what's the answer? D. Questions?
No.
For homework, you will do 1 through 12 only.
Okay.
So right now you have for homework 5, 7, 8, 10, and don't forget to test it. 11 and 12. Questions? And then you're gonna stop there for your homework. Stop here. Now, I'm still gonna do more with you, but for homework it's just 1 through 12. You don't wanna start the physics, which is already bad with something so easy. This should be 100 for everybody. And I'm recording right now, so in case you're confused, you can go watch the video. So again, your homework is 1 through 12, and then you're gonna stop there. But right now, we are gonna continue in class to work more of these. Ready?
This is easy.
Go ahead and write. We're gonna solve now the inequality. We're not gonna graph this one. So let's do this. R minus 7 is greater than or equal to 14. Ready? We're trying to find the value of R. Okay, we're trying to find what can R be. Well, when we have an algebraic inequality or an algebraic equation, what's the strategy that I taught you to solve for a letter? Let's see. Set M, very good. Set M. When we're trying to solve for a variable, we're going to use set M. Now, why do we use set M? To make it easier for you. What's going on with the R and the 7 at this moment?
Subtracting.
Subtracting, circle it. The circle means that's what's going on. To solve for R, we're going to do the inverse of subtract, which is what?
Addition.
Add. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Now, these 7s, they cancel. Now, why do I say that they cancel? They cancel because negative 7 plus a 7 becomes 0. 0 pairs. And if you don't have nothing, what's left only? Well, the R. This becomes 0, which means that there's nothing. So who's left over only? R. R is greater than or equal to, now I'm going to add the other side. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So 14 plus 7 is 21. So we're saying that R can be 21, 22, 23, 24, anything that's equal to 21 or greater. Now before you go choose it, let's go test to see if it's true. If I put R here being 21, what's 21 minus 7?
21.
14. Is 14 greater than 14? No. But is 14 equal to 14?
Yes.
Then I'm good. Let's test another one. What other answer can work? R is greater than or equal to 21. So give me another answer that R can be.
20.
22. 22 minus 7 would be 15. Yes? Is 15 greater than 14?
Yes.
I'm correct. Now I'm going to choose it. The answer is letter C. Esto quiere decir que la R tiene que ser 21 y la puede escalar, o puede ser más grande que 21, que va a ser 22, 23, 24, 25, 100, whatever you want. Okay? But I use that M. Good job, Yeroldi. Number 14. P plus 7 is less than 10. So how do I solve for P? Set M. What's going on with the P now? It's adding. So how I'm going to solve it? I'm going to do the inverse, which is subtract. By 7, what you do to one side, you do to the other. A positive 7 and a minus 7 becomes 0, which is nothing, which is gone. Bye-bye to that one. Bring down the symbol, less than. What's 10 minus 7?
2.
Try again. 3. Now, since we're subtracting, let's think of the rules of this. Who has the highest absolute value, 10 or 7?
10.
So it's just when I say positive or negative.
Positive.
That's the answer. Now listen. Don't choose it. We're going to test it. Can P be 3?
No.
No, porque
No.
no tiene el hijo.
No tiene el equal sign. Can P be 2?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go test 2. What's 2 plus 7? 9. Is 9 less than 10?
Yes.
I'm right.
Wow.
You get it?
Uh-huh.
What else can be P besides 2? 1. Let's test it. What's 1 plus 7? Is 8 less than 10? Then I'm real comfortable that the answer is letter what? D. It's good that once you solve, guys, you go test your solution to see if it's true, your inequality. Okay? 15.
What? Oh,
Number 15, we have 6m
that's multiply.
is less than or equal to 30. Who are you trying to find here?
Multiply.
M. We're not trying to find 6 ya está ahí. We're trying to find the value of M. How to find the value of M? M.
Can you divide?
And by the way, those that want to know,
Oh.
why do I draw a line? Because these two are inverses of each other, and these two are inverses of each other. We never want to go multiply, let's subtract. No. These go with each other, these go with each other. Now what's going on right now with the 6 in the end? Multiplication. And what am I going to do to solve for M? The inverse, which is what? Divide by 6. The fraction bar means division. We've been doing that all year long. Divide by 6. This cancels. Now let me tell you why this cancels. Not because it becomes 0. 6 divided by 6 is 1. And 1 times M is M. Por eso se hace cancel. You understand? Listen again. 6 divided by 6 would be 1, not 0, because we're dividing. And 1 times M is M. Because what's 1 times 10? 1 times 10. 10. 1 times 12. 12. So 1 times M, M. Now, do I need to know the why? No, just cancel. I'm happy with that. I'm trying to teach you the why. Like on this one, the reason it would just cancel is because it became 0. And R plus 0 is R. This one, it became 1. And 1 times M is M. But you don't know, you need to know the why. I'm just trying to tell you the why. But you could just say it cancels. Let's go to the other side. Don't forget the symbol first. Less than or equal to. What's 30 divided by 6? Bottom out. You can bottom out if you don't know on the side and figure it out, but we all know it's 5. This should be the answer, which is letter what? C. But I'm going to test it.
6 and then 30.
¿Quién va primero?
El 6?
No. Who's on the top?
Oh.
30. Oops. And he goes first. Okay, let's test it because we want to make sure we didn't mess up here. And that's what the other kids right now, you can find out one that when you don't test it, you'll be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
What's the first possible answer in this inequality?
Huh? Oh.
5. Good. Why 5 and not 4?
Because it could be equal.
Because they're equal. So let's test it. What's 6 times 5? So we're putting 5 as an answer. 30. Is 30 less than 30?
Yes. No, it's equal.
But is 30 equal to 30?
Yes.
That's why 5 works. Let's test one more. What's the next answer that we can test?
20.
4. No, 5, 20. And it's less than 5. So what's the next answer we can test? 3, 4, 2, negative 1. Let's go with 4. What's 6 times 4?
6 times 4.
24. Is 24 less than 30?
Yes.
Okay, now I feel comfortable. The answer is going to be C. Questions? Okay. The next one. This one is V. It looks like an X, but it's V. V over 2 is less than or equal to 5. Okay? We're solving for what letter? V. And who do we use to solve things? Sat M. We use sat M for equations and inequalities, okay? Now, here's where kids, I don't know why we panic. Good. It's divide. I already told you that the fraction bar means what? Divide. So circle divide. What's the inverse of divide? Multiply. So to multiply, I like to use parentheses. A number next to parentheses means multiply. So this would be 2. What happens when you cancel? What you do to one side, you do to the other. Let's bring down what's left here. The 2's are gone, so who's left over here? B, the symbol, less than or equal, And what's 5 times 2? 10. Now, check this out.
Hi, Ms. Rivera.
Hello.
Sorry that you that.
Hold on, let me start recording.
Sorry.
Or pause. Okay. Ready? Okay. What choices, just with an inequality symbol, what choices are going to be done quickly? No, done.
B and
B and C. Why B and C? Because they're what? Open.
and not close.
And they're supposed to be close. If you have an equal, it's supposed to be what? Close. Now, which is the answer? A or D? Do not choose it until we test it. What's the first possible answer here? 10. Let's go test it. Is 10 divided by 2 5? Yes, and because of the equal. Let's test another one. Who do you think this guy would be? 5. 5 divided by 2 would be 2.5, just so you know. And 2.5 is less than 5. So yes, it's supposed to be shaded this way. And that's the answer. 8. Questions?
No.
Okay. The next one. Let's copy this. Pay attention to this because this is the one that kids got tricked out real bad. You're solving for who?
X.
So what do you need? Sad M. So I'm going to put them over here this time. Sad M. What's going on with the X? Divide. So I'm going to do the inverse, which is multiply. Multiply by how much? 3. Multiply by 3. This cancels. What's 3 times 6? 18 has to be greater than X. Now, here comes my favorite part, because that's where we have to be careful, but some of us don't want to listen. Listen. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Which one is the dumb one for sure? D.
Too close.
Because that one is closed and it should be what? Open. Right? Because if it doesn't have equal, it should be open. Now, here comes let's go to the ones that have the right answer so far. A, you see that one? It has it right, and this one has it right. So what's the other one that's done? B. And you better be careful now. Please listen to this part. Many of you probably are thinking that the answer is letter what? C. And you're thinking that the answer is letter C because you see that greater than symbol there. You're saying, we need to change to the greater than. But you need to go and test it. Let me start with letter A. Letter A. Well, let's test it. What's the possible answer in letter A? 10. Is 18 greater than 10? That's good. Look at this guy now. What's a possible answer here? 30. Is 18 greater than 30? No. So what's really the answer? A. But a bunch of you are going to choose C because you see this symbol here, you want to think that way. So you're probably wondering, sir, why didn't we, the other ones, when the symbol was like that, we would shake that way. Because the letter was first. Let me flip this so you can see why it's A. Let's flip this. Listen. If I put the letter first, the way Mr. Rivera likes to put the letter first, when we put that letter first and the 18 next, now we have to flip the sign. Listen. When I put the letter first, if I'm flipping the numbers, I have to flip the sign also. Now it makes sense. Look, X is less than 18. That's why they're shading to the left, guys. But because they put the number first, that's why it confused you. That's why you have to go test. Because if not, if you just go with the symbol, you're going to say, está pintado para la right. Porque it's greater than. Hay que leer y checar a ver cuál va con el inequality. Question. Look, let me show you this way, maybe like this you can understand. When you were in elementary, listen, let's say you had these numbers. You would say 20 is what? Greater than what? 4. Right? If I would flip the numbers, what do you have to flip to? The symbol, because now you flip the number, so now we have to flip the symbol. So now it's 4 less than 20. That is what's going on here. What's going on here is that they flip the number on you. They put the number first and the variable next. And that's why it tricked you. And that's why many kids want to choose letter C. And you see the inequality is correct, but the shading is wrong. Why is the shading wrong? Because it's supposed to be x is less than 18. So if you flip them, you better flip the symbol. The best thing to do really is to test them. Go test them. Go test what you have as an answer. Because if you chose letter C thinking, oh, it's shading this way, once you test it and you put 30 there as an x, 18 is not greater than 30. So this is dumb already. Do you understand? You need to go test. Questions with that one? Okay. Try number 18 by yourself and see if you can choose the right graph. I'll pause the video and then I'll go over it. Try number 18 by. Okay, most of you are done by now. For the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Okay?
Goodbye.
And comment below.
Yeah.
I need to start opening the comments. Okay.
Open them.
No, I haven't done it yet. 4Q is less than or equal to 16. This is the last one for today. Remember that the homework is just 1 through 12. But this is the last one for today for the class.
Wait.
Sat M.
It's divide, right? No. Oh, wait.
A number next to letter means
Multiply.
multiply. So what are we going to do?
Divide.
Divide. Divided by 4. Divided by 4. What happens with the 4s? They cancel. Who's by himself? Q. Bring down the symbol of less than or equal. Bottom out. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So we have the inequality. Q is less than or equal to 4. What choices are dumb to start off?
B and D.
B and
D.
D. Why are those dumb and dumber?
It's open.
Because they're open and they're supposed to be what? Closed. So now we're going to go to choice A or C. Let's check. Q has to be less than or equal to 4. Is this one showing less than or equal to 4?
No,
It's showing greater than or equal to 4. Is this one showing less than or equal to 4?
Yes.
Let's test it to make sure. What's a possible answer in this graph? What's the first possible answer? 4. Is 4 less than or equal to 4? Yes, it's equal. Another possible answer, 3. Is 3 less than 4? Yes. Is 0 less than 4?
Yes.
The answer is C. Good job, Juan. Juan quickly got the answer was C. Okay.
It's okay.
Your homework will be 1 through 12 only. On Wednesday when I come back, because Tuesday I'm going to be doing the toughest testing for some of you. So on Wednesday when I come back, we're going to continue now with the phrases. We're going to continue with the phrases. Remember your homework is 1 through 12. When I come back on Wednesday with you all, because tomorrow we're toughest testing, we're going to continue with phrases and more graphing. There's more graphing in the back to do. Okay? But go practice. Remember, please test them. And remember, Sat M is the key for this. This is period 3. And you did awesome.